Pat, since you were there, like it or not, the idea about holding a Super Bowl in London.
All right, I will say this. Tottenham on the Hotspur Saturday. It was remarkable. It was one of the most beautiful facilities for sports I've ever seen in my life. They did it all top notch. I mean, everything about going to that game on game day was one of the coolest experiences of my life. That being said, the NFL should stop all European games right now, because when I got there, my body was doing things. I've never slept walk in my life. I slept walked, and did other things not great 3 times. 3 times while I was in London. I got home 3 days ago. My body cannot function. And the fact that they asked these guys on just a couple of days' notice to fly to London, play against some of the best athletes in the world, fly home, and then play again a couple of days later, the most arguably dangerous sport in America, is absolutely insane. The only way you could pull this off is if you gave them 3 weeks to adjust. I mean,
so you're willing to dismiss the Jacksonville loss as saying that's just not a winnable game.
100%. Look, I mean, you watched it happen. Jacksonville had been there. Their body clocks had adjusted. Mark my words, when you watch Jacksonville perform for the rest of the season, there is going to be a lag in the way that they did it. I could barely sit and drink a beer. I do not know how they played football.
They're going to have to play at least 6 or 7 more games in London, get used to that time. So the one thing about the Super Bowl idea is, I don't like it. I think it can come. But the Super Bowl idea is, remember, that's 2 weeks before you play that game. You get a week sort of to adjust, get used to it, move over there, play. The games over there are terrible. I don't know.
And that's the proof of it.
But then again, Super Bowls have been terrible. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
This is our event. My thing, with all that notwithstanding, Super Bowl is our event. You don't move it out of the country.
Nah, I mean, we've moved it out of sunny places, put it in New York, put it in different spots.
It's still the country.
Yeah, it's true.
But I mean, he's right. We've had it in there's no such thing as a non-traditional football market anymore, but back in the day, you put it in non-traditional football markets. Jacksonville needed to bring in freaking cruise ships. It was like there have been disasters before. You remember what happened when the Bills played in Minnesota against Washington? The whole city froze over. Happened again a couple of years later in Houston.
We've been flirting with this for a long time. It's going to come, Bill. I don't want it to, but I can see it.